I'm not gonna look at the price just yet. Just want to brace myself for that. Just 19,000. Okay, yeah, 19,000. I can do it. Because with 9K left, almost 10K left, we'll have 10 by the end of the stream, pretty easily. So, not nothing. I'm doing it for you guys. Doing it for the stream, of course. 20,000 shift stone for all of you. So I am just going to get right into it. Still don't know what's going on with Waystone. I would love for it to work, and I don't know why it doesn't. But, here we are. 5 power is a lot. That has a turn 2 teacher, and that's pretty good. I don't think we can ever turn 2 teacher or turn 2 temple scribe. It's way too good. There is a little bit of consideration to play out the Moonstone Vanguard there. I don't think that it's particularly compelling, though. In before Torch. As always. I'm very happy to set up a banish on this. Or in this. Yeah, let's just go here. I like the idea of slowing down their merchants, etc. too. That's pretty cool. That's a good card. Yeah, another teacher is going to be on defense for basically the rest of the game. I can take this hit, but don't want to take very much more than this. That cup is empty. Move it a little bit further away so I don't try to use it unnecessarily. Let's just do this. This is a good way to bait out the Finest Hour. They were representing Finest Hour for earlier in the game, so it's not a shock there. Getting rid of the flyer is always pretty appealing too. I will block Oni Ronin if they give me the opportunity, or Hojon if they do not. They do not give me the opportunity. So my life total right now is decent. So the sharpshooter here is a little bit annoying. So I can play with Vara, or I can play with the Moonstone Guardian, or I can do something like Temple Scribe Hold Up Annihilation. I don't think they have another pump spell of any sort. I think their hand is either Vanquish or Power. Or an uncastable as a result of the weights. If it was uncastable because of the result of the weights, then it's something like the Inquisitor's Blade or Plate. Or have a Graft. Given the fact that my life total is fairly high, I like the idea of playing this out and just kind of seeing what happens. Yeah, soaking up the Vanquish isn't the end of the world. Taking 6 is also not the end of the world. I mean, obviously, I'm not stoked about it. Yeah, if I had got an undepleted power there, it definitely would have been Temple Scribe plus Avara, but I would rather just get a fatty out onto the board. And this can't be Vanquish that they're getting here because it's because they have the weights, and they also played it earlier in the game. So it is very likely a Plate. No, Plate isn't that likely. They could have an Inquisitor's Blade. feel like I want a Temple Scribe. I think I'm going to do the following. Attack here. That seems decent. I believe that this leaves me alive versus a plate exactly. I don't have anything that could actually play around a Inquisitor's Blade, honestly, because the actually I guess it goes up to only 5. Yeah, okay. So the feather on here is actually not quite as worrying, given that is much less damage than if it was on here. Like that's a significantly less damage. I actually think that's a mistake because the game is very unlikely to go on long enough that you draw this and then it really matters. There are a lot of options here. They're all very good. Let's do this. Xenan Initiation. Yeah, let's do this. This seems the best. This gains a lot of life, and you get a lot of power in a hand. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I also keep the Annihilate up in case they somehow get like a Sensori Brigand or something like this. Okay, Hojon. Now, if they'd like, for instance, give the Warhelm. I mean, they obviously don't, but yeah, they give up. They've had enough. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good start. Praxis Arcanum really carried us there. Did everything that it was supposed to do with that game. Seeing 13 people in the chat according to the indicator there, but I'm not seeing anybody chatting. I'd love to know who's around. Come around and say hi. Ugh. If only this let me play this undepleted or something. This is kind of a little bit too do nothing. Sure. Suffocate is really good right now. It's definitely the best I've ever remember it being. Whenever I see Kevin, I think of minions because my brain has been destroyed through parenthood. The Berserk really matters. I'll keep the Vara's favor for now because it will. This opponent is like, how many sites in this deck? Oh, the full 9. The full 9. Ooh, the chat looks a little bit wonky. I did change some settings there, and it's looking a bit strange. Ahoy, Onyx Ghost. I will definitely adjust that though. I'm very unhappy with how it looks. Sandstorm Titan is a very good card. Now, obviously, always leaving Wump out is Never great, but like this card is so good. I mean, that's very annoying. Should I just banish this? Is that too much? Like, I mean, it's Sandstorm Titan, right? It's so good to get down. Getting pelted in the face, left, right, and center. Yeah, I think so too. I kind of want to just get more cards out of my hand, so like to play the board more. So I'm going to do this as opposed to the banish here. Like, I'm very happy to have him out to get involved in blocking this Yeti, for example. I would have banished after attacking and then marched for stray next turn. I could also see that too. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities here. It's definitely the Hoarder. I mean, at this point too, I feel very ahead though. I could lose to multiple power in a row. Yeah, I think that I haven't played this game great. But it feels like my opponent is really struggling. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that either they didn't get anything done that turn, yeah. Why does my chat look so shitty? Dear Streamlabs, explain to me why my chat looks terrible. Yeah, it's hard to tell, Ace. I can't figure it out. Come on, thing. Because you weren't here. That was the problem. That was the problem. You're right. You're right. Can I actually see the changes right now? For it doesn't change. Doesn't look to be changing actively. I'll just write test. Oh, I didn't save those settings. That's the reason why I didn't. Test. There we are. I mean, okay, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit like I changed the sizing of it, but I guess that it just stretches, which makes it look really weird. So I am going to change that then, because I just find it really annoying to look at, and I want to be able to read the chat without like tilting. Why are you much smaller? Get off the side. Stupid. Stupid OBS. That looks like it's better. Let's do a test one more time. See how that turns out. Still a little bit small, so let's just I'll just grow it up a little tiny bit, and then I will just move on. Save settings. No, I'm not sick of Reanimator at all. I'm playing this because I promised Stormblessed that I would play this deck on stream last night. You weren't there for the stream last night. Last night's stream was great. Thank you for the hosting. I sent that on Twitter already. But you didn't seem that you stuck around very long, at least. But yeah, Stormblessed was in the chat and was basically saying that I wasn't giving his deck enough credit because I think that Praxis Arcanum is shit. And he was saying that I just haven't tried it yet. And I said, yeah, it's true, I haven't, because the card is bad. And that's how things worked out, that I decided that I'm going to actually try it and kind of see what happens. On the draw, this seems fine. I can decide whether or not I play out the Vanguard as a pledge on turn 1. Is good with Vanguard. Okay, so there's a card that it's good with. A card that it's good with. This was the... It's guessing it's a aggro deck. Right on time. Time sigil. Chances of a torture gotta be really high. But, like, this is gonna be eating a torch sooner or later. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, there's no Azzy anywhere in the deck, right? Bottom, I have one already. Defiance? No. Okay. This game is going to be pretty easy, unless they have Harsh Roll. Like, they're probably an aggro deck because they play Dip Seal. So I have a feeling like they're dead. Sure. Yeah, man. Fucking resolves. On stats, but why is Vanguard itself better than World Bear? I'd say they're pretty even generally. Yeah. I think that the endurance is relevant. The ability to... Well, this is just going off with this. Jesus. Yeah, and endurance is relevant. Like, there's a lot of things that are relevant about it. Praxis Arcanum. Doing work. Like, it's a much better defensive unit, too. Like, I think the endurance is huge right now. I mean, like, Skycrag, I think, is the best aggro deck. It's either Skycrag or Haunted Highway, depending on how you count Haunted Highway. Warhelm. They're going to 1, but they kill my site. You did it. You did it, Jen. You did it, my man. This is a fun one. This is how it's supposed to be played. Don't even go up rank. God damn it. It's so hard to climb ranks when you're this high. I mean, that sounds like a humble brag. It's not a humble brag. It's still a pain in the ass, though. Yeah, if I had to compare the two of World Bear versus Vanguard, it's probably kind of meta dependent. Also, so far, like we had the Arcanum in our hands multiple times, and every single time it's like, well, I just have better shit to do. Yeah, I'm just too hard on that card. I guess I don't know. It has to really be on the Vanguard for it to really be worth it in my mind. It's actually against control. That seems like the only way that I'm like actively happy to play it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna get to 2 minutes and then restart the timer. Ah, GG, JJ, GG. I think that this is wrong, but I like Temple Scribe. I miss him. So I'm going to spend some time hanging out with him here. And just assume that my opponent is on aggro, since apparently everybody's on aggro tonight. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that it definitely has the good went ahead, bad went behind problem in spades. That's, I think, like one of the biggest issues with it. You've seen this Xenan deck a lot. I mean, it did well in the event, so it did well in the event. Is the reason why it went to top 4. All of these cards are pretty bad here, so I'm just going to dig deeper into my deck. That's a much better card. Xenan Temple, by the way, very good in this matchup. It would be sweet if I had ramp, though. Should have probably been attacking earlier just to try and get this trade. Because now that this is just going to get fed to Vara. By the way, it's almost always correct to feed things to Vara in this deck whenever you have the chance. Leverage Arcana better or something. Good infiltrate units. Yeah, that seems possible. Okay. Zindal's not great for us. I think we can beat it though. I think we can manage it. Westwind Herald makes sense as an interesting idea. Let's go Augury. That's not particularly hard. Grasp for that. Okay. That's really annoying. I hadn't thought of through this. scenario, clearly. That's my problem. Yeah, that was a very good play by them. I just didn't read the scenario properly. Now I'm really dead. The worst part is if they get my power, they can hard cast as Indul. See, they're partway there. I'm gonna just draw a card. Yeah, this is not good enough. I think I can't win. I'm just gonna move on. Move on. I'm pretty convinced that's a bad matchup. I know that Stormblessed seems to think that it's better than I do, but I do not think that matchup is remotely good. I think that you need more action in your market for it. This has got to be better than 6. I love Vanguard. Such a good card. Just like fun to play. Satisfying experience. Probably grabbing an In Cold Blood. Maybe not. I think I'm sending Var back because I don't have double Shadow. I don't know why I'm even doing this. Sure, let's go here. Keep this back in case there's something like a charge unit, which you'll sometimes see in these decks. Sweet card draw. Love it. That's annoying. We do get the card draw, though, which is the important part. No double shadow is annoying, though. Not sure what I expect here. Harsh rule, I guess? This is definitely correct. Like, I'm almost certain. Slay. Annoying. Lead Augury. One of these is a unit. I do still think that they have Harsh Rule. I just basically kind of like they need to draw an undepleted power, which there isn't a ton of in the deck, especially since the fact that like they've already played out all their undepleted power, like their sigil in hand, like they have to draw sigil raw. Who do I want to scare? Let's scare her at this. Yeah, it's the opponent. I will agree that when my opponent has done nothing all game, that other than play some 2/4s, it's very good. The worst part about it is that I can still lose this game. Power Harsh Rule kills me, functionally. Think that this is a sacrifice teacher play. So yeah, they're dead. Because the most damage that they can block here is they go to 6 and then they take 6. It's exact lethal. We did it. I mean, this deck is good. I feel like it's good despite the will Jordan get to attack? Nope, never in a million years. I think I've seen it attack like once in all of my days. Kevin, the Kevin rematch. I think that he was on Ricano. It has nothing to do on turn 2 or turn 1. I'm going to keep. This one's close. I'm still not convinced of Stingers. BTW. So Nana Ricano is on Yetis. Oh, baby. Fuck, this never gets old. Literally, as long as I play this game, turn 2, Vara's Favor, your Oni Ronin. Taste it, motherfucker, is just like still all-time banger. Stinger. Attack. Also, like, given the fact they have Nightfall, like, enhances the chances of me getting my traps, which is pretty cool. This lineup here of Vara into Titan, by the way, not fucking around. Wump once again. I just want to get Wump off the battlefield, in case you were wondering. This is a threat. Honestly, this might have been wrong. It might have been just correct to just accept, like, maybe they do something really filthy this turn, but it's probably pretty hard, and then just play more efficiently. That was actually kind of a cowardly play. Yep, calm down, buddy. Now Vara's gonna eat the Pok Pok if I play her out. That was definitely a mistake. Because like taking these 2 damage here was just like not the end of the world. Trap. Good. Good, good. Oh, yeah, right. Eat that, of course. Well, I actually want to clear him off because he is Vara fodder. So I'm just going to do this play. Now they have a decent chance of having a pump spell here to get the Chafu over that. Oh, playing it here. Weird. Not what I expected. Punch you. I'm just gonna play above these out. Now they're done. They're over it. They've given up. Upgrade. Very nice. This deck definitely shits on all the aggro that's on ladder right now. I'm definitely feeling that. Like every game that I've played so far against aggro has just not been close. And I don't even have Ion in my deck, which is really like imagine if I was playing Ion instead of Praxis Arcanum. That would just be embarrassing of a matchup. My other issue with the Arcanum is that like you have such good 4-drops, right? You have the Titans, you have the Varas, you have Inkle Blood that comes from your market. You know, there's just a lot that you can do already, and to play 3 of the Arcanums is so much. I don't know. Like I know that I'm gonna kind of sound like a broken record talking about this card, but it's one that I'm like trying to figure out whether it's actually like useful or like what's it here for, because I just don't know. Relic is our opponent. I don't think I can give a ham with 3 sites. It's a lot. Sure. I'm feeling lucky. Bottom, need more power. Not off to a great start there, Neon. Granted, this has got to be a terrible matchup. Well, let's just start. Stinger's probably decent against them. And I'll be able to connect with it next turn. Oh. Do I play power? Or do not? Two temples is a lot. Fine. We really... Okay, you're playing on another drawn. Must have just drawn that this turn. Maybe they have Torch? This has got to be a stray matchup. Do we get away with it? Do we do it? Yeah, buddy. Good stuff. Get trapped, fool. Oh, baby. I love it. See, I've never done that to get somebody else. If that's happened to me, but I've never done that to somebody else. I'm getting scrappered here? What do you have in your hand, friend? I'm confused. It's kind of fine to just like have a board that's just filled with knuckleheads. Slow things down. Like if they do something like Madness, my teacher is like, okay, whatever, I block on with my stinger. Yeah. I'm sensing there might be another one coming like in a moment. Definitely annihilating that. Ooh, no pause. Let's jam in that case. Wow. This is a very, very good stinger this game. We're 4 out of them have been picked up so far. That's kind of fine. Yeah, that's what I figured. Righto. Ah, Ski J. Welcome to the party. Thank you very much for the raid. 15 people. Welcome everyone. Now my question is, like, I think that I can't stray quite yet. That's the issue. Now I can do a variety of things like accelerate and refresh are actually really appealing here. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to hold back. I can take 8 for a little while. They're also like kind of forced to attack this, which like that gained me 8 life. which is kind of fine. This could be Madness, Diesel's Office, Scrapper. So I'm going to do this largely for the purposes that, like, it's most likely Scrapper or Diesel's Office that they got. If it's Diesel's Office, they're going to play it out and then scheme, in which case I can play the Moonstorm Vanguard, attack it, and charge it out. Okay, now I'm playing into the office deliberately. Okay, sure. That's annoying. It's very annoying. I definitely need to clear up a bunch of these. So annoying that they found the Gear Cruncher. Oh, so they did hate the office. Yeah. Very likely just going to eat the activation here. Probably should have just done this, just taken the whatever it is, like million damage. Because my plan next turn is to go Vara plus Xenan Temple for the Xenan Initiation attack down the Gear Cruncher. It's kind of surprising of a play. And clearly they're way, way, way ahead. Xenan Initiation. Given the fact that they only have 6 Granadins, now I'm pretty comfortable killing this guy. That's actually pretty sweet. They can't torch it, though. That's annoying. Dang. This is not going well. Gains me a lot of life, though. This is always good. How many cards do they have in their void? 44, jeez. If I had Solitude. But I do not. Yeah, I don't think I can win from here. Moving on. Yeah, this matchup definitely isn't good. It's really important to get maximum value of your strays, but they're hard to really do because like people will see it coming and play cautiously because they only need one Gear Cruncher and you're like way behind. Gear Cruncher itself is I think the big problem. Played Cosimo a couple days ago, I think. Yeah, this is fine. Get my stingers. I guess like getting that maximum value off the stinger is just like not that great in that matchup. As a particular matchup that's probably the worst for it, like the least impactful. I guess you play against a Hailstorm deck. This matchup is where you really want stingers connecting. I can't remember what's going on here in this deck, or whether it was the same deck that they were playing the last time we played. I can take this hit, obviously. Stinger. That's pretty good. Fast turn. No. No dice. Now if I get 2 of them in, that's even better. Because also the first 5 Scorpions count towards the 20 cards. So it's very, very likely to, like, it really, really increases the chances of getting them within, especially the top 20 remaining cards. Jesus. Yeah, time to chump has been reached. I need to connect with this, I think, and I need to start getting some Scorpions live. That's a big problem. Probably was more reasonable to Teacher plus Annihilate there. Here we are, though. Cosmo's doing lethal math. Interesting. Mirror image. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, perfect lethal. Yeah, I feel like I kind of had to high roll there. I was just so far behind on board. That particular turn, though, of double Champion of Fury is, like, very hard to play around. I mean, I don't think the other deck's particularly good because you're playing Champion of Fury in a 3-faction deck like this, like, that isn't Highway. Like, Highway is just, like, its own thing. But it's still got the job done. You see how the meta has reacted, by the way, to, like, the presence of a Reanimator. Short answer, no Arcanum is booty. I have not been enjoying it so far. It has done very little for me. This is obviously dope against a blocker. Not so great against Torch, but, you know. It happens, it happens. Oh, God, why? I'm suffocating this. Sure, let's get into damage. They can play a charging unit, but, like, I'm not blocking it anyway, so. Privilege of rank. Probably against a Cardia deck. Been a while. See mid-range. Ring Temple Scribes still makes no sense, by the way. Scribe Beast taste it. Yeah. Scribe Beat action is where it's at. What's your problem with Temple Scribe? I love Temple Scribe. It's so good against aggro decks, or at least it was 2 years ago. So I keep telling myself that it's still good, right? Right? Yeah, I thought it would be something like Cookbook. Oh, baby. Fenris. I'm not sure about that. Arcanum. Get him. Let's hold this back as a blocker, in case they do have a charging unit, which it matters more now. Yes, that is technically correct, Iliac, which just is not impressive to me. I'm sorry. Oh shit. They gavelled me. Guys. What do I do? I need an adult. Yeah, scoop it up. I can't recur my suffocates. Threaten. I had guessed that this was what was going to be happening here. Toledo or whatever just like owns me. Now clearly they have a power. They just they kill this, then they kill the office. And that's pretty good. Toledo still is also very good. Oh, sure. That's annoying. Well, at least it doesn't have lifesteal. And that I have both my Praxis Arcanums in hand. At least I have that. Yeah, toss that card. God, it's so god awful. I don't care what people say. I really just don't at this point. It's terrible, 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 terrible. Yeah, none of this does anything. And then if I play this, I can gain 4 more life and die to the unblockable threats. Like I'm gonna give it a couple more games. It is done fuck all. It has been so bad. Like imagine if it was a generic removal spell. Like Death Strike. Imagine if it was Death Strike. Like, that card is not good, but it's way better than that in that game. I don't know. I am going to play it a couple more games. Bribery clearly is the answer. Onyx Ghost. There's a possibility we will have a article on the site about this, so keep your eye peeled for that. I am very interested in a defense of the card. You know, like a rationale as to why I'm playing it wrong, why I'm seeing things incorrectly. But God Almighty, it just does not do it for me. Team's matchup against the FJS isn't the absolute worst. Yeah, no, it seems fine. One-time dealer. One time. Yeah, it's confusing to me. Of that particular aspect of the deck. I think the rest of the deck is fine. Like, honestly, I haven't had a gripe about anything else. The market I am also not actually that big of a fan of. Probably don't need that. Take 5. We had a nice little crew here. 40 people, it looks like, in chat. Very nice to have everybody hanging around. Well, I can't have that hanging around. Suffocate does not seem great in this board state. Keeping these around to chump block this boy in a bit. Dawnwalker. What a blast from the past. They have a torch, I think. I guess no, Xenan Initiation I don't really need. Do I? Let's start returning. Okay, they do have a torch. For very, very clearly have a torch. This is a very weird one, but we're doing it. Trying to get them to torch their own thing, maybe. It's making it a little harder to attack in here and actually get it killed. This is a very interesting block. Hoping to find a threat so that I can actually set up a kill. Should we note if they sacrifice this, it goes to my void. This is pretty easy to forget. Yep. Fully is a 2/2. 2/2 blocker. Part of the reason I really wanted this is that I could recur it with the killer. She's very annoying then. Xenan Temple is good. Like, that I definitely will confirm. Xenan Temple has impressed me. Like, especially in those kinds of matchups, too. It's just, like, when you can protect it and it becomes about a ground solid kind of thing, like, it's just great. I mean, any site is good when it's a value-heavy matchup. So, in that sense, it's good. I love the design of the sites in general. They do a lot of interesting things to the game. No. Yeah, I guess so. Made viable, yeah. Yeah. The suspend 3 World Bear is good enough. I'm playing his exact list, Grey Mist. I'll wait a little bit on this. They're likely Genève, but there's an outside chance. Okay, they're on Haunted Highway. I'm a genius. Am I? I mean, I know I'm not. So I'm talking about. That's a card. This matchup, I imagine, is bad. Shakedown. Oh no, my Vara's favor. Think about, like, if I didn't have the Titan, like what on earth is Arcanum achieving there? Do I just do it on this? That seems miserable. Double torch. It's annoying. I'm thinking about keeping this around for the sole purposes of refreshing it. I mean, the cost reduction is good, but it's also, like, just not a good enough reason to have a card. Initiate Jafu. I kind of like the idea of just neutralizing it, which this does. Or there's that, I guess. That's also possible. Shows me what I know. That was a game 6 and native. That. It's gonna just buy more time. Buy more time. It's gotta be this. The Vanguard is, like, I mean, Jin 9 Vanguard. What? Yeah, this, well, actually, aggro is fine. This is not really a normal aggro deck, of course. So You can't really count it. Going to scare the Shafu. What chances do you guys put it that I'm dead? I'm thinking like 96% chance that I am dead here. Because Combust or Madness do it. Now, the fact that they've waited a while is a good sign. But I'm still not liking my chances. Holy shit. We fucking did it. Okay. Okay. Do I attack? World Bearer is good here too. World Drone is nasty, yeah. So I think that I do this. Play around Scream. You have it perma? I mean, yeah. No, do not. I mean, I think that Scream, Scream, what does Scream do? Yeah. I probably should have done this, but I just kind of wanted to actually attack with this. Yeah. Oh, baby. 69. Nice. It's really easy to forget the Temple's ability. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, finally. Well, didn't actually get to attack. We didn't get to see the attack. It was implied. An implied attack. I think that the Jisu's office was definitely much more correct, but we did it for the memes, as they say. Yeah, dude, go through all the work. All the work is like to loot one attack. It usually, actually, all it takes to end the game. Yeah, I could definitely see the Mono J site being to loot centric one. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, we definitely have Alan Dort. We have certainly arrived at a consensus. I am not feeling it. It is been Stains. I think is the I think that game it was like a game 6. I'm guessing that PogChamp is at the gain 6 format of gain 6. That's what you're excited about there, Dev. No. I know. I'm not giving you shit. Yeah, when Accelerate is your good spell, it's like you are, wow. Taste it, motherfucker. We're doing it. This is Highway, I think. No, this is the Justice version, unless Cosimo changed, which they're allowed to do. Nothing wrong with change. Teleport would be way better. Swarm of Humbugs would be actually... That's just actively an insane card. I would play that. Given the fact that it is just a cheaper Humbug Swarm at that point. Much cheaper Humbug Swarm. I mean, there's a lot of things you play on it that would make sense. I feel like Annihilate's not doing a ton. A lot of these cards are good, but we're going to go with Senior Initiation. Oh, that is a fucking draw. Get it a torch range. Oh, baby. We're doing it all. Yeah, I mean, sure it is. It's removal. It's deadly now. You can remove stuff with that. We're now playing Xenan Infiltrate. That is our deck. My opponent is contemplating whether or not to go on with life. Whether they want to play on or just have their head explode. Oh, I like that this also makes their card they draw for the turn extra cost. That's gotta fucking hurt. Perfect. I'm up on Amaran. Yeah, I'm iffy on Amaran too. It's very high variance. I think that is a good meta call kind of thing. / Primal for Spy Master. We're doing it. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm in. I could cut the Arcanums. I could cut the Arcanums for that. Oh, of course you have to evil laugh when you're taxing their draw stat because of they're getting fucking spiders or scorpions. Like that is filthy. I'll work on my evil laugh. I got a bit of an evil mustache going on here. I can work on that. There's some room to develop it. I mean, as I'm kind of saying, it really does depend on the meta. I think in a lot of senses, like if you're trying to be more aggressive, I think that the Amaran is better. I mean, I can't really recall exactly the rationale or like come up with one exactly. It was definitely one that it stuck out pretty immediately. Is that teacher was like, yeah, this is a lot. I suppose we're doing this. Searing testing protects sites and gives. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it too. Is it does do kind of offense defense kind of well. This has got to be. I would guess that this is an okay matchup. We have a decent amount of lifesteal. First time seeing Neon's face. Hair isn't blonde. So I feel like I've been missed for years. We have a command for that. Hello, Sunnyvale. How do you do? We have a command on that subject because it is a very controversial thing. People come here and they say, Jesus Christ, Neon isn't actually blonde. What has been going on all of these years? It's been a fraud. But in fact, I mean, I was blonde once upon a time. I always preface that, but I was neon blonde, I think, before I was blonde. Let's just do this. My opponent is dirtling pretty hard. I thought that they were... I mean, it's hard to imagine not having... Oh, they're blitz. Okay, guys, I'm going to need some help here. Okay. Sure. This is gonna be okay. Struggling here, guys. This is yeah, I'm just gonna keep them off of this in the case that it's actually good in their deck. But I'm skeptical. Yeah, boys, for Circle Limit Defenders. I like it. Get in there. Colossal Battle Mage. Crystalline. Okay. I mean, this is a pretty easy Vara at this point because I get to pop 2 Agi. This is definitely how you pronounce that word. Don't check. You don't need to check. I know that that's correct. Definitely correct. Equivocate, yep. I'm pretty happy to block here, by the way. Yeah, the total, like, I'm interested in some expert opinions on what's going on here. I clearly just don't see the lines. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, you have it's like a Swiss Army knife. Scorpion is going to be a bitch for them to get through. Now, they can fly over and do an absurd amount of damage. Here, I'm not feeling that they're doing something big and filthy this turn, so I'm going to just not bother. Turbo Moose, show us the ways. Like, we're disrespecting your build. Like, you got a plan here, right, buddy? Combo kill us from here. Finest hour, finest hour, finest hour. That doesn't actually do it. Notice there's no copies of that. Oh, Sunnyvale. It's pretty hard to remember what side Sunnyvale is on that one. It's definitely very difficult to tell what his feelings are on the deck. This is fine. That was a pretty bad tell, kind of showing me that they just have the 1 power in hand. So that's I think that's kind of a leak, honestly. Because that doesn't really inform my play. That I know that I can be a lot more aggressive with this kind of nonsense. Like, I'm not scared of what they can do. So what was the guy trying to do? It's a blitz deck that's just playing Crystalline Chalice for whatever goddamn reason. Yeah, no, Dev, we broke it. Oh shit! It's Stormblessed. We are in the mirror. I mean, well, like, it's kind of his his deck. I don't know if he's still playing it, but assuming that he's on his deck, I think that this is a keep. This is definitely like I would never keep this on the play. Yes, it is. It is the full on mirror. It seems. Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see how his he'll teach us maybe. I'm going to do this just for the purposes of like if I do draw something like a teacher or whatever. Great, perfect. We have the Praxis Arcanum. This is what we wanted all the whole time. It's the key to the matchup. Get those Scorpion traps down to -1 cost. Excellent, excellent. Good, good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh shit, he's got the Arcanum now too. I'm doomed. I'm tempted to I'm actually going to just play for you got to start playing 5 cost initiations. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. I'm actually going to play it for the augury to begin with so that yeah. I should have played this out. Should have played out my power last because I was just trying to think through things. Yeah. Yeah. The reason that I'm doing this is that like it's gonna be hard for them to get this dead. Actually, it's gonna be pretty hard for me to defend it, honestly, because like they have this for it, and as a result, I kind of feel like this was my only hope of just like grabbing some cards and let them cycle functionally. It's really not that good here. It's only good here because my draw has been shit. Like because my hand is jammed full of all of these kind of useless cards. It's and I can't pressure it. Then it's doing some stuff. But now there's something that gets like this gets deadly, and you know who really cares? I could have attacked the site. You're right, but then like he had a blocker. Like what does that accomplish? Like, I'm hoping that he doesn't have a removal spell, and then my site could do some work. Yeah, that's what I'm noticing. Gray Mist. Like I think that like what I have to get deeper into like more value on my office in order to win the game here because it's just I'm so far behind in resources and my hand is so clunky. I should have just temple scribed and then Varys favored this. I don't know. I'm God, I think that it has way too many sites in this deck, and the Praxis Arcanums are just so bad. Like, because the thing with the Praxis Arcanum too is the main issue. The main issue is how bad it is when you're behind. Like, you really need to have a board presence established because it does nothing to protect itself, and it's just so. I guess like if you have something like a 1-drop, like a Temple Scrap or whatever, and you give it deadly, like that's kind of fine. For it, and you can defend it a little bit that way, but you need to have at least some board presence in order for it to do anything. So it's annoying. I'm not a big. I definitely not been. Yeah, yeah. It goes all the way up to actually decent. But then you compare that to like the other sites that are available, and most of them just like kind of take over the game when you like just like totally take over the game when you're ahead, and then when you're behind, at least like buy you a bunch of time. Like Praxis Arcanum is definitely one of the ones that your opponent plays it out on an empty board, and you just can kind of ignore it and kill them. Except. Well, this is honestly a reasonable 6-card hand. Ultimately, so we've like been treading water today, which is fine. I think after this game, I am going to actually finally do the swap. Try to change things up. Because I think this deck does have things that can be improved about it. This is a bad matchup to be on the draw. Their draw is pretty good, too. I guess it's not crazy. Their void is like kind of not doing very much yet. And they really do not do well under a weights because they just cycle a lot. Herald Song. Yeah, and the loots are going to be very good. So like they have 2 4-cost Herald Songs right now. Vara. That's kind of annoying. No, they do very likely have Vara plus. They have like the power next turn because we know that they have the 2 privilege of rank Justice Sigils. They had the Karenin Merchant, so they're going to have a grasp next turn, and there's just nothing I can do about that. Now I can kill their Vara with my Vara, honestly, which I think I'm going to have to do. Like, this is not a crazy Vara turn. Oh, okay. So that's actually not that bad for me. No, that's actually pretty bad for me. Unless they, like, grab the banner for some reason from the market. Like, they really... Oh, geez. Oh, God. I am... As they say in show business, I'm not feeling it. That's what they say, right? They can't kill it this turn unless they play like Varda Saver or something like that, because they can't get another Harbinger into their Void. Like, even they just don't even have enough power So I'm going to attack both phase just to get pressure on my opponent. Like they're at 11. This is still going to be a very, very rough game, though. Even if they just like do nothing for this game other than grasp right now, this is still going to be a very tough game. Yeah. Zindel. Oh, Vara. I didn't even see that there were 2 Varas in there. Well, in that case, I can't really get both of the Varas out of the game. So this has to be through dying that it actually does this. That's interesting to note. I had not realized that. So in that case, they might have an opportunity here to actually get the other Black Sky Harbinger, assuming that they stack their triggers correctly. I don't know if they did, though. They did not. So I can definitely their turn 5 was better. Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit better than mine. It was turn 6, but you know, who's counting? Like I can kill something and I can get it back with a Dark Return, but that doesn't accomplish like anything. God Almighty. Yeah, I'm just dead. I have no way to get back into this game. Especially given that their void is like totally stacked now too. This matchup is really as bad as it looks. Okay, I am giving up on the Praxis Arcanum. Sorry, boys, it is out. The question is, what do I replace it with? Taking requests. Win the matchup. I mean, the thing with also, you can always just get some nutty draws, and they can get some 4 humbugs. Yeah, Stuart Market is probably tolerable. That is one that I have been thinking about as a tool, because I definitely feel like I want something for that matchup specifically. Disjunction seems good. In Cold Blood is honestly not great right now. Fenris, yeah. The dev here is very passionate on the Fenris front. FTP peaks. Let's just splash you for peaks. Is that what you're saying? No, we're not going to play that. Yeah, the market I think does have problems with it too. Like I kind of want to have a threat, and there just isn't one. You need to have a stray right now. But I mean, I did add a market store. Are you still playing the Praxis Arcanums there, Silver? Sliver, not Sliver. I apologize. You are not a metal. You are a hive mind being. Dumping grounds. That feels like an upgrade. I'm not really seeing anything that makes a ton of like something that really comes together as an obvious choice. I'm just gonna start with like kind of like some minor changes. Let's just go Stewart. Show the main deck again. Sure. Let's go here. I have cut the Arcanums, and I'm looking for a replacement for those still. I'm definitely thinking about two Zindals as top end. Ion. I mean, I'm not really worried about aggro too much. Like my aggro mechanisms felt fine. Dawnwalkers. Dawnwalkers seems like okay-ish. The fact that Vara doesn't trigger them, though, is actually a big problem to me. Vara's choice. That is one that is actually quite appealing to me. I like the Scribe still. I'm going to stand by the Scribe. It's just a card that you can agree with choice. I'm going to go with like choice. Vara's choice. What am I doing with my life? Just go to that. Okay. We're just gonna split it up right now. Let's go one choice, one mystic. No, we don't need that anymore. And one Zindel. Mystic combo with Worldberry, you mean, yeah. Let's do this for now. This is kind of just a mega hedge, and then we'll see how this turns out, and then adjust from there. Because, God almighty, those Arcanums is so little. Burglarize. This is as a I could see that. That actually seems reasonable to me. Because the thing that you want to disjunction is Martyr's Chains or the Pit. And those are cards that are really sweet to have access to. Other than that, like what are you getting disjunction for? I'm gonna keep this stuff on the draw. It's definitely not great, but the fact that I have a suffocate is good. Okay, well that's annoying. This is not a great matchup with this hand. I just need power. If I don't like play power every turn, I'm very dead. Just mono wisps. This is a pretty easy teacher of humility because now I can suffocate or Vara's choice, whatever they play here. I can also cast both of these next turn, which is also pretty cool. Okay, they begone me. I have been goned. Just gonna play this out just to get it because, like, obviously for the next long time I have plays to make. They still have more power in hand, by the way.
This is a 4-drop turn. I think that connecting with this is important because they have a ton of resources as is. I think that it's fine to keep him back, her back on defense. To this. Beyond, yeah. Sickles number 2. Now, if they have the Maul, I'm absurdly dead. I very clearly cannot survive that. They didn't have a merchant yet. Yeah, they have not had a merchant yet this game. Most of the damage has been done by the Sickleses. Hey, that's good for us. Go with the Vanguard. This is very, very good with like a Xenan Temple. Equivocate, that's annoying. That's a Maul. They have to like not draw a power for like the next 5 turns or something like this. Sure, we'll just play her out. I mean, I don't think that it would have made any difference at any point whether I played this out earlier because they just haven't been able to keep any of my cards in play. Okay, sure. Yeah, I think the 2-1 deadly is better. I like that idea. Because I just don't think that the Ebon Dune smuggler is doing anything. Let's go merchant. Oh, you actually rated merchant. Oh, yes, because of the type. It's a type merchant. And then we said we would take out Disjunction and Xenan Initiation for Burgle. Burglarize. And what was the other thing that we're going to put in here? Feels like a good banner deck, right? Only playing 2 banners already in the main deck? That seems wrong. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that those play into the plan, though, of guarding the sites is part of it. Like, that's why those are in the deck. They're very good at protecting sites, especially the Arcanum. Because they come down beforehand, and then you can like do things like give the 2/4 deadly. The 1/1s are obviously great. Sure. It does stuff. Our opponent is on aggro, I believe. So, or at least they've been on aggro the last couple times we run into them. They've been cruising at this rough range for a while. Seems like a good opportunity to just Vara's Choice. It functionally kills them because we don't care about a 2/2. Especially when it's not attacking this turn. Champion of Furry. Yep, of course. Get your 4/2 in your 3-faction deck. Marn Stinger. Kind of hoping it gets there. I'm surprised that Cosmo's like hanging out at this range because their deck like, has not really made sense to me yet. Like I guess it's a blitz, like 3-faction blitz, but of just a different type. That's annoying. Kind of just want undepleted power. I'm gonna play this just as a jump blocker. Next turn is one of these, so I don't know which one yet. They play very little justice in the deck, I gather. I'm trying to think of like all the games that we played, like what justice cards I've actually seen from them. I think that they're playing like Disciples and Hojons, and then just not very much more than that. Maybe they're probably playing Finest Hours too, because that card is very good. Trying to decide whether they attack with the Fury Champion. No pauses. That's important. The fact that they're even considering this is very good for us. I think I have something like Warcry 3 at this point. Because if they had the Permafrost in hand or the Vanquish in hand, they would just like oh yeah, she's big, kill it, attack you. Levitate. That's good. I plan to chump block here. They are doing some very serious damage calculations. Finest Hour, Finest Hour, Finest Hour, Torch, Torch, Torch. Carnage Tactics Torch. Seems like there's none of the above. This Scorpion is doing a lot of work. It's gonna be very, very hard for them to kill me through it. Yeah, that might do it. They really just need a pump spell now. That's better. It is very bad. Twiddles. I'm blocking maximum damage. Sweet. Okay. Xenogary. I think this is pretty obvious. What do I have in my void? My merchant again. I don't know why I got this when I had another one in hands too. I just remember that. Actually, this is decent. Just go straight into Shadow. Go to 12. They have to do a lot here to win the game. Yeah, I think that you're right there, Twiddles. I think that the thing that makes the most sense to me right now is a Westwind Herald combo deck. Like you play it out on... I should have done this on my turn, by the way. Just minimizing damage. As long as she's still around, like I just can't lose. Sure. Nothing really matters here. I've just gained way too much life. Like, especially given how weak it seems like their hand is. Like, I'm at 17. They Finest Hour doesn't do it. Like, they need to find a lot of damage. Yeah. Like, that's actually... I'm thinking about this now, because the combo there is you play out the Arcanum, and then you give your Westwind Herald the Accelerate. And then if you don't, I guess it also makes Westwind Herald screamable too. Wow, that's interesting. There's got to be something in that vein, right? I think there's got to be something as an exaggeration. It sounds interesting to me. Yeah, I'm not going to work on that on stream, because this is going to be a lot of work to figure out whatever's going on there. But it feels like if there is something to do with the Arcanum, it looks more like that than whatever it is that's like normally being played. Like this kind of deck. Yeah. I mean, like, it's got to be something like that in my mind. That seems like the most likely. Yeah, let's go with this. I'll have to play this as a. I mean, it actually depends on what I draw. Because if I draw a power heater, then I will probably keep this around. They are probably on Reanimator, so I'm just going to focus on getting my cards out. Yeah, Reanimator. A Zindel. It's a rough one because like, the issue with a deck like this matchup, especially, is that if they just grasp a Zindel, like that's a huge pain in the ass. Okay, my merchant here has the potential to do an incredible amount of work. Let's just start by doing this. Cool. I like that. Not sure about this one. I think I have decent threats, right? Like, threats are not my problem, especially given the fact that I'm going to be getting a Stewart. Like the card draw on the Vanguard isn't exactly super impressive. This combination of stuff, though, of the weights plus the Stewart is going to be very, very good. Now they can just grasp me here, in which case I am kind of boned. Oh yeah, we do want that. Let's go, Stewart. Don't grasp me, bro. Don't do it. You're pausing. You're thinking about it. Don't do it. You don't have it. I'm reading you. I'm reading your soul. You don't have it. Don't even joke. Don't lie. Don't play. You don't have it. What was the thought process there? Can somebody explain to me why we were thinking about that? I think that this matchup is probably something you have to punt. Because it seems horrible. Yeah, it was close. It was close. Yeah. Why did we think about that? That actually tilts me. Why were you thinking about that? It's like I could do the thing that my deck does that's super busted and blow you out. Isn't too bad. Killer or merchant, take out the Azindel. No, it's still pretty bad. I don't know. I don't think I can win that one. Because they still have the 6/6s in play. Taking requests for other decks. I've gotten my feel. I've got my fix of this deck. Taking a request for other business. Not Reanimator, because I was playing that a bunch the other day, and then it's all aggro. There's a lot of aggro on the ladder right now. I mean, partly in response to that. So, but I am interested in suggestions of other things to play. Sure, it's kind of anemic. Whatever. Thank you for the follow, Gam Gam. What crushes Reanimator the most? I've seen some Argenport decks that are designed specifically to crush it. Is one that is particularly good. I mean, the thing with a combo deck that like any good combo deck, like you have Iwin draws that are Gavilan Market. It was like a control-y mid-rangey kind of deck. It was playing at least 4 harsh rules and maybe a end of the story in the market. And then I think they were also playing the Adjudicators Gavel. What is my opponent playing? Sure. That is kind of funny. Yeah, most bet decks had the Render's Choice, but I guess not all of them did. Oh, I thought they had played a power already. It's kind of lame. I mean, I'm still fine to get that off the battlefield. Yeah, I know that most of the decks had Render's Choice. I didn't check all of them super detailed, so I don't know. Aurelian Merchant. Not sure what you have here. There's a lot of possibilities with an Aurelian Merchant. No, there are a few different. There's some very slight variations. Not all of them were playing just Iso's deck. The Stinger here is almost guaranteed to be going back to the Void. Yeah, I think that's probably what it was, Ace. That's my guess. It's my theory. Yeah, it was Josh Knox, Isomorphic, and the and M Gallop. It's got a relatively rigid core. Yeah, I mean, like I think when you figure it out, when you put together what's going on there with the core, it's yeah. Those are the ones that have the exact list. Correct. Oh, that's fine. I'm just wanting to get that off the table. I don't have to inkle. I was thinking about whether I wanted to inkle blood this, but I wanted to attack first, see what they do. But they block for some reason. So yeah, I should have the Azzy in the market. I think that's just correct. I think I can cut the banner. I probably didn't need this. Well, also they have Torch. This is reasonable in my mind. See, this seems okay to me. They're going to torch him. Very well, maybe not necessarily there, but soon. That was an echo. Oh, it's got to be a show. Oh god. I mean, it could be a twin brood sauropod, which I'm ecstatic about, but it seems like show's a little bit more likely. Yep. Praise Jeebus. I'm not going to attack quite yet. Yep. Sure. Treacher. Yep. Dizo is so good in this. The office is so good here. Double block. This also gains me a shit ton of life. I'm at 34. Part of the vault, I figured that this was coming. Another show. Let's scheme. Ooh. Let's go in cold blood. Shatterglass Mage. It's kind of hilarious, the back and forth on this. Part of the reason that I'm like not that worried about keeping him around is that I do have the temple somewhere in my deck. These are all interesting possibilities. Lead Zepton or something like that. Oh yeah, okay. Lead Zepizization. Thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you very much for the compliment. Greatly appreciate it. I've been having a lot of fun doing this. Really just want to power now because I have my Mystic. I did because I just gave up on them. I tried really hard to like them and I couldn't. Him having show and me not having show is so unfair. Show, let's like, God almighty, that card. Sure. Are you not playing show? Oh, okay. Oh, kind of going wide. Sure. Hells yeah. Bring me back. Yeah, we want that. Where's my Arcanum now? Let's see, I can play Arcanum and then give this the charge, and then I attack with it, and then he gets bigger, and I draw cards. Hype. Oh god. Please make it stop. Mystic's not good anymore, guys. Give up on a Mystic. All of this, by the way, like this is just because of the shows. Like they've been able to outvalue me basically entirely because of show. Like we have the same number of power that we've drawn here, and I just feel like I'm way behind on value. Oh yes, Card of the Vault also. That's also a good card. So I've heard. Was Kamado was right about something? What was he right about? That the Arcanums are trash? Or that show is absurd? Because I would agree with both of those things. Oh, Mystic is trash. Yeah, we're done here. I think that I just want. I wanted to test it out, and this is supposed to be the matchup where it's good, and I just don't think that it's reasonable. I think I'm going to just go for Izindals. We're going to change. Sure, this looks fine. Still looking for recommendations of other decks to play. Because as I've said, this deck is just like it's kind of mediocre. It's fine. Like don't get me wrong. I don't want to get the impression that I dislike the deck actively. It's just kind of like okay. And I also just find it kind of dry to play after all of this. Those Arcanums just put such a bad taste in my mouth because they're so bad. Oh god. Do you have a good Alessi deck for me, Rock? Thoughts on Delir combo? I have not played the most recent versions of it. I know that almost played one in the event. I think that I would be interested in trying it. But the Rock, if you have an Alessi deck for me, I will play it. I will play it with just blind faith. Stinger is actually decent against this deck, to be honest. Because the way that it works is that if you discard them, then you still get the Scorpions. Part of the reason I also didn't play out the Krendan Merchant was because I didn't think that my opponent's Void was like really good enough for it exactly quite yet. So we have a Zindel plus that. That's pretty bad. Also, how's it going, Zachary Yaki? Being the ceiling of the farm is nice, and it's better when people aren't sure what you're on. Yeah. A lot of people make you do full combat, especially now. It's a lot faster now. Grasp. Okay, I'm get fucked. I guess it's just like they didn't have the Azindel. They didn't build the Azindel. Azindel's definitely better there. I think. Am I wrong? Like, do you really care that much about my 1/1s and 2/1s? It's annoying. They just have it all. I think that. Yes. Andrew picked it out because he said, I read the text on the cards, and one of them had good text, and the other one, it didn't. I am going to do this because of desperation. I just feel like I want to get pressure on it. Like, I think it's more correct probably to do it on the observer. At this point, it's hard to care because I am like super dead. Get wrecked. Oh, geez. Oh, man. Like my opponent's deck? Like, you don't like it in the sense that you... Is it more in the sense of the deck is too good, or the deck is just not... That you just don't think the deck is healthy for the game? Because I think the deck is very good. I think it's interesting to play. I like the gameplay of it. I can understand why people wouldn't like it, though. Yeah, I think it's quite solid. I like it more as like a concept of a deck. So maybe lost this matchup. I think that you should just concede it. Like I don't build your deck to try and counter it. I don't think that the Sewer of the Past does enough given his nerf from last year. So like we played against this deck 3 times, and every time it just felt really horrible.